Hi, everyone, and welcome to Divine Resolution Tarot. My name is Chanel, and I'm your reader every time you visit this channel. This reading is intended for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. If you're watching for a Cancer, you're going to want to reverse the roles because it'll feel like I'm speaking to you about your Cancer. So we're taking a look at your love life for the month of March. I'm doing a little bit of a different spread because I've been listening to some feedback I've been getting from some of you. And I was told that there are those of you who really enjoy longer videos. Now, to me, it doesn't matter either way. So these monthly readings are going to start being longer, and then I will upload throughout the month shorter videos as well for those of you who prefer shorter videos so that everybody is getting what they need. All right. Outside of that, I did do that poll. If you haven't voted already, go ahead and vote. I'll be starting those readings probably late tonight or tomorrow. I think the no contact reading one. So if you're in need of clarity about a relationship where you've been ghosted, feel free to subscribe so that you can get the notification for when your sign is uploaded. All right. So you are in the energy currently of the Three of Swords reversed. I'm seeing that you've been healing from something. I feel like you've gotten into a really good place. I feel as though you are learning how to celebrate yourself. Now, the energy of the person that you've been dealing with, I feel like they haven't really given you a lot to go on, maybe in the last few months, maybe the last year or so. But the person that's coming up in your energy, it almost seems like they may have left things a little bit open-ended so that they could return later if they wanted to. They didn't want to finalize the ending. So I feel as though you've been working very hard to give yourself closure in a matter. Now, the really good thing that I'm seeing here is that you are not letting the way that this person has treated you or the way that other relationships have gone in the past affect your self-esteem. I feel like for the majority of you, you are feeling better now than you've probably ever felt about yourself, in life, right? A lot of the heartache that you've had, maybe at one time in your life, you kind of thought wow, people treat me this way because of me. But you're starting to see the value of yourself, the beauty of yourself, and you're realizing that if people are not getting with the program or if people are walking out of your life, it really is their loss, right? You are moving into a different space in your life where you're no longer willing to go after someone or to try to work with them or figure out what the problem is or what you could do better, right? I think in the past, you probably had an energy of being like, what have I done or what could I do better? Whereas now you've moved into this whole new place in your life where you don't have those thoughts, right? That's not the first thing you think when someone screws you over. The first thing you think is more like, who does this person think they are, right? And that's not coming from a place of being, self-centered or self-absorbed. It's that you've moved into a space where you're beginning to recognize yourself as a high valued person, right? Now, how you got there was a transformation in your own life. There's a cycle that you have completed. For some of you, you are in a twin flame connection. And you've leveled up and you've stepped into your divine feminine role, right? Where you're starting to celebrate yourself. This change came because there was an ending, and it was not only an ending that led you to this place of really being able to see your own worth, but it was something that you outgrew. It's kind of like when the butterfly gets out of the cocoon, right? You emerged as someone new. Now, your oracle card, you got Quest, and I feel like for a long time, Cancer, you were looking for something outside of yourself to make yourself feel whole or to feel complete. You were spending time hoping that someone would say the words to you that you needed to hear or love you in the way that you wanted to be loved. And now you've come to the realization that you don't need anything outside of you to make you feel good about yourself, right? So this is a very powerful energy. This is a very powerful month for you. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a lot of progress in many areas of your life this year because you're harnessing a new energy, okay? Now, your situation for the month is the Six of Wands in the reverse. So I feel as though someone may be trying to knock you down a peg, okay? And it's really unfortunate because you're not coming through as somebody who's trying to make people feel inferior. You're finally in a place where you're celebrating yourself. And I feel like that's really triggering someone else. I feel like this is the person you've been dealing with. They have some real issues around self esteem. You could have decided to turn this person down because you want to wait for something better. For some of you, you're just happy right now being on your own and you don't really want to expend the energy trying to fix things with this person. They're getting into a space where they're feeling hurt that you don't want them anymore. Okay. So you're probably changing the way that you move. And this is actually causing this person to feel jealous. What's unfortunate is I feel like they're going to come through and make you jealous or try to make it seem like you're not as amazing or wonderful as you are because this person is bitter. Okay. Now, I feel like the energy that I'm picking up from them, they have a tendency of creating uh, blockages, right? With this impasse and perfection and trickery. This is like, for some of you, I feel like your person has issues and they feel like as long as they keep you at arm's length, whatever is wrong with them won't affect you. So for some of you, if you've been off and on with somebody, they might have an addiction or they might just feel like they're a bad person or they're not good enough for you. And so by them, pushing you away in their mind, they're protecting you. But there's still an energy of bitterness when you leave, right? And so it's kind of weird because it seems like this person has a tendency of making you wait. And the way that they're viewing it is like they're doing the right thing by doing that. Then they want to put work into a connection. And if you're not into it, they become bitter. Okay. So I feel like your person kind of has some self-defeating behavior. This month, it seems as though they're showing you the Eight of Pentacles. So they're working on something, but I feel like what they're working on is trying to make you almost get into a space where you feel bad about yourself again so that you won't leave this person or so that you won't go out and look for someone new, okay? Or be open to finding new love, right? I think this person knows very well the effect that they have on you. And it's almost like if they end something or if they say something around like, well, I don't care if you go, you didn't matter. That's going to push you kind of in that rut again of feeling very down. And that really is what this person seems to be wanting to accomplish. So just be mindful of this because this is a very jealous energy, and I think that you will start to see it. Initially, you might feel like, wow, I can't believe this person said this to me, or, you might have kind of those self-defeating thoughts initially, but you will move into a space where you realize that this person is kind of a weight and they're dragging you down with their negative energy. You're going to start seeing this for what it is. And whatever you would have normally felt about yourself, like maybe I'm not good enough, you're going to start sending that back to the person that's been trying to make you feel that way because you're going to realize what they're doing, right? You're going to see this for what it is. Now, as I'm looking at your hopes and fears for the month, you got the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So I feel like you wish that this person could get their life together, right? You kind of wish that they would suddenly wake up to the value of this connection, that they would fight for this. But then there's also an energy of fearing that this is the best you can do. What if this is as good as it gets, and I stay, right? Ultimately, you will be making the decision to move forward. You may end up arguing with this person this month. You could be dating other people this month for the simple fact that you're trying to get out and see what you can see. I don't feel like this is a relationship right now. Situationship is in the reverse and we have friends. along with ultimatums in the reverse. So I feel like maybe at best you're on speaking terms with this person. I don't feel like this is something that you're like really giving a lot of time and attention to this month, but I do feel like this is someone that you've had a physical connection with in the past. Now, as I'm moving forward, you got 2 cards for the action that you would like to take. So I do feel like if this person says something like spiteful or mean to you this month, your first reaction is going to be to try to smooth things over, right? You're going to be like, wait, what? I hope we can at least be friends, or I didn't mean it that way, or do you want to spend time together, right? Because you're still kind of in that energy of like, this person, you care about how they feel, you know? And so I feel like for you, Cancer, because you're so straightforward, when people say things to you, you feel like they wouldn't say it if it wasn't true, because you're not in the habit of going around telling people things that are not true just to make them feel bad, right? So when this person says or does whatever they do, they're doing it to get a reaction out of you. Your first thought is going to be like, okay, well, I should try to figure out what's going on with this person, or perhaps what I could have said or done. As you think about it more, you're going to see this for what it is, and you're going to be like, okay, this person really just wants my attention. They really just want to make me jealous, right? Now, Queen of Swords in the reverse is what this action will create. So as you're figuring out that this person is kind of being a jerk to you because they really just want your time, that's going to solidify this Six of Swords energy. And if anything, you're going to be viewing this person as kind of a drag, right? You're going to be looking at them like, I would hope we could be better than this by now, right? This is exactly why I can't build anything with you, because you hurt me. You go out of your way to hurt me. I feel like the difficulty is this person can bring so much conflict when you're feeling good about yourself, or drama, like trying to open old wounds, that you're going to get into a space this month in regards to this person where you're going to start feeling bitterness towards them. Now, I don't think that's what this person wants. I feel like this person would like for you to come back and talk. I feel like this person would like to address some of the things they've said and done. But it's almost like they don't have the capacity to be able to speak to you about how they feel. So it's like they're trying to get you into a space where you'll reach out to them. And unfortunately, this person seems like they have a little bit of a tendency to, it's like as long as they're getting any kind of attention, even if it's negative, it doesn't matter to them because they're getting attention, right? So even if you're like cursing them out, it's like, okay, well, Cancer's talking to me instead of someone else, so I got what I wanted, right? I feel like for you, though, it's going to really piss you off because you'll be feeling as though this is just the same thing over and over. Now, what I'm seeing is that you will not reconcile with this person. You may start creating distance between you and this person because you feel like they're still playing a lot of games, and you will go back to feeling very good about yourself. So you're going to look at it like, well, this person it's their loss, right? If they can't get with the program, that's their loss. I'm not the one that's, really losing anything of value in regards to this connection, based on the fact that it's been so disappointing. For some of you, this person has cheated on you, or maybe they just weren't willing to be with only you. And so it took a lot to get out of that hole, that emotional kind of dark place that you've been in, largely because of the way this relationship has gone, right? I feel like you're not willing to put yourself back into that situation. You may even just decide to block this person altogether for the simple fact that you don't need it, right? You don't want this in your life at this time. Now, Knight of Swords in the reverse for something you may not know. So this is a reminder that this person says things out of anger, or they disappear to try to control the situation, right? And I feel like towards the end of the month, you're really going to be looking at that and seeing this for what it is. Like, you know what? This person just tries to manipulate me with this trickery card, right? That talks about manipulation. Even this perfection This card talks about someone saying things because, quote unquote, they are true, but they're not necessary, right? It's not helpful to say rude things to people. And I feel like this person does this out of anger, okay? Now, I think that you need to try to stay in your analytical self. Don't allow this person to knock you back into your emotions, because that's exactly what they're trying to do. And that's part of that Queen of Swords energy. If that's what will be created if you try to reach out and fix this person is getting exactly what they want, because they're taking away your analytical mind and they're tapping into your emotions in a way that will have you doing actions that devalue yourself by feeding into this, right? So just be mindful of the fact that this person, they feel like they don't have control over the situation. For some of you, this person blatantly just acts like they don't know what they want all the time. They know what they want, right? This is somebody who passes up opportunities because they feel like they're not good enough to go after what they want, right? For you, though, I think you're just getting into a place where this feels like a waste of time. Now, Two of Cups for what will help you, and that's coming out in the reverse. So the difficulty here is that this person, there's something about them. I don't know if they're holding on to someone else, or if they do have that addiction, or if they just have really limiting beliefs around what they deserve. But it's almost like there's a third energy within this connection that this person is allowing to dictate how this connection goes, okay? So if they're always holding on to that ex, or if they're not willing to leave someone and they keep trying to string you along, or if they're like, oh, I'm not good enough for Cancer, and so that's what I'm going to focus on, and then I'm going to, kind of abuse Cancer or make Cancer feel bad so that they're not as great, right? Kind of knocking them off that pedestal. What would be helpful in this situation is if you don't give to this until this person is 100% able to give you what you want. Now, for some of you, your person needs to separate from someone else, and that's what's helpful if they get a divorce. Because for some of you, there are just too many people involved in this connection. For others of you, this person needs to understand what they've been contributing to the situation, because I feel like this person is someone who has issues around accountability, especially because they feel like the way they're treating you is their way of protecting you from themselves. So this person is still in a space where they don't even really understand or see how flawed their thinking is, right? In their mind, it's like they're doing what's best for you by treating you the way they're treating you, okay? This person has a habit of pushing you away because they feel like they don't deserve you. And until they deal with whatever those issues are, this is going to be something that is a reoccurring issue. Now, energy that will hurt is the King of Wands in the reverse. So you could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But quite literally, what will hurt is this person having a lack of action, having a temper, not willing to communicate, to commit, and trying to start problems within your life, within the things that you're working on that you feel good about. This person is actually kind of coming in with tower energy because they want to upset you. They feel like you are just so zen and you're in a good space. And it's like now they're bitter, they're mad. So just be mindful again that whatever this person says, Cancer, you're great, you're amazing, they're the ones with the problem, right? Your advice for dealing with this person is actually the Tower in the reverse. So don't let them come in and destroy what you have going on. Don't try to feel as though you need to fix this at this time, because it's just how this person is keeping you tied to them or stuck to them, right? Have the clarity to know that this is probably not what you want right now, for the simple fact that this person isn't even willing to give you the validation of hey, you're really great and I love you, or I'm afraid this isn't going to work and that's why I behave the way I do. I feel like when you attracted this person into your life, because I'm getting a huge vibe of the empath and the narcissist, you probably felt like you needed to save this person from themselves. And now you're getting into a place where you're realizing wow, this is way bigger than somebody loving you. I can't love you enough to fix what's going on with you, right? this person is still in a place where they're toxic. They're still tied to whatever their baggage is. And I feel like they can't understand that you're willing to cut them out, that they've become baggage to you, right? Because for some of you, this person is a twin. For others of you, this person feels like you were a mirror image of one another. So if you're cutting out the baggage in your life and it happens to be them, they're pissed off because they don't know how to do that for themselves and walk away from all the stuff that keeps them stuck or keeps them being mean to you, right? I feel like you're being advised not to try to deal with this at this time, especially if it's going to knock you out of alignment with yourself. Now, the wrap up here is this month, you're going to be seeing something for what it is, something that you once really thought was kind of like the best thing out there. You're going to see it differently, right? This is the energy with that Six of Wands in the reverse for, seeing somebody that you once celebrated. You're going to start seeing all of their flaws. And it's not because you're picking this person apart. It's not because you're looking for a reason to hate them. It's just quite simply because you've leveled up and they're doing everything that they can to energetically keep you right where they want you, okay? Now, I'm going to pull you some advice oracle cards. Sometimes I don't really love these romance angel cards because I feel like they say weird stuff that is just like, what are you talking about right now? For the most part, they work, but I'm thinking I will probably just have to make a deck. All right, we got past life relationship. You've known each other before. So I feel like this could very well be a karmic cycle with this person, a karmic relationship. And so when that happens, a lot of time it feels like a twin flame dynamic. This could be a twin as well, but this is something where it's like you have unfinished karma with this person, you have unfinished business. So that's why it's been so difficult and draining and hard to leave, right? This has probably been kind of a heart-wrenching relationship, but that's because you were learning really big lessons about yourself, your worth, and love in general, right? So I'm going to take this over to the extended reading to get an idea of why this person is being so mean. I'm going to, pull 10 cards. So we'll look into quite a few things. We're going to take a look at how they think you feel about them, how they feel about you. You'll be able to find out what exactly you can expect from this person. What is it that they're doing that has you viewing them in such a negative light? And then you will get some advice as well as far as like, what do they want and how you should be dealing with this. That is what I have for you. I am very sorry that it seems like this person is kind of just being a jerk for no reason. Now, if you're a cross watcher, it could be your Cancers being like this too. So, reverse it if you need to. But good luck with this. And I'm glad to see that you at least are in a space where you're not willing to entertain this for too long, right? Because you're not willing to move away from the good places that you've worked so hard to get to. All right, if you need the extended, the link is in the description box below. As always, I will put a preview at the end of the video for you so that you can take a look at some of the things we talk about and you can decide if that's something you're interested in. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, and I will read for you again soon. Bye. They come back and they're in love, and then they break your heart, and then they come back and they do it all over again. I feel like this person has a lot of lessons to learn. And that could have been what you fear with that Wheel of Fortune, that they'll never get it together, right? Smack in the middle of their reading is the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, which talks about timing being off, but it also talks about things not changing. And I feel like your person's energy is just so incredibly stagnant. It's almost kind of like this victim mentality where rather than get on your level, they would rather try to pull you down to theirs. Now, the card that's representing their energy for the month is the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse.